Be sure to disconnect the power to the equipment before installation. Here we have the LBK500. Before we do our installation, it's easier to set up the dip switches that are down on the bottom of the parameters of the capacitor. Note on the capacitor the size of both the fan and the hermetic. It is also recommended that prior to the installation you check the values of the capacitor to ensure they are within the recommended specification. Note in the instruction to set up the dip switch 2 and 3 to the off position. You will reset these after the initial run sequence. Select the location for mounting. Use caution in selecting location to ensure the LBK500 does not interfere with the reinstallation of the cabinet cover. First we will connect the capacitor to the LBK500. Be sure the capacitors have been discharged. Note the terminal locations on the capacitor. On this dual capacitor, we will remove the wire from the hermetic terminal and connect it to the hermetic terminal on the LBK500. Then connect the provided yellow 12-gauge wire from the hermetic terminal on the capacitor to the hermetic cap terminal on the LBK500. Now connect the provided 12-gauge red wire to the COM terminal on the LBK500 and to the common terminal on the capacitor. Leave any other wires on the capacitor COM terminal in place. Then, using the provided 12-gauge brown wire, connect the LBK fan terminal to the capacitor fan terminal. Now we will work with the low voltage control circuit wiring. Remove the thermostat 24-volt signal wire from the contactor coil and reconnect it to the thermostat terminal on the LBK500. Using the provided 18-gauge red wire, connect the LBK500 contactor terminal to the terminal on the contactor coil. We are now connecting the 24-volt common terminal to the common side of the contactor coil using the provided 18-gauge blue wire. We are now ready to connect the main power and start the unit. Before the equipment will start, the LBK500 will check the capacitor parameters, and if they are met, the LBK500 will complete the signal to be sent to the contactor coil. You may have noticed that there is an LBK10 installed to the equipment also. The difference in the installation is the gray wire from the LBK10 will become your thermostat connection on the LBK500. This would have normally gone to the contactor holding coil. We are now ready to connect power and test the unit. We have completed the installation, and the LBK10 has a solid green light indicating everything is okay and the unit is running. The LBK500 is showing a blinking green light indicating it has checked the parameters of the capacitor and the unit is okay to run. The installation of the LBK500 is quick and easy.
The right choice.